This is Mission Spotlight reporting from the campus of Linda Vista Academy. Linda Vista serves the Seventh-day Adventist constituency of South Mexico. The principal, Janira Villas, says that each year the admissions committee refuses 900 applicants, twice the number that can be accommodated. Linda Vista is a relatively young school, a little more than 30 years old. It was in 1957 church leaders in South Mexico negotiated for 1,200 acres of property in the southeastern state of Chiapas. The school opened with 26 students in buildings that existed on the property, a stone house with no windows and an adobe chapel. The year-by-year development of this school, as with so many of our educational and medical facilities, has called for sacrifice. Listen to the story of Fred Adams of Placerville, California. When Fred was 2 years old, his parents became interested in a new school being built in South Mexico. His dad was a builder, his mother a teacher. So each year, the family made the long trip south to Linda Vista and spent several weeks as volunteer workers. Through the years, Fred completed his schooling, married, and established himself as an educator. In 1984, he accepted a call to teach at Linda Vista. He and his family left the States for mission service. It was quite natural that his interest in Linda Vista was more than casual. He carried a burden to help establish industries for the students. One great potential was a furniture factory. Fred helped raise funds. A group of builders came, and day by day Fred was involved in the project. When the rafters on this building were nearly in place, a tragic accident happened. The roof structure collapsed, and Fred sustained a broken neck, paralyzed for life. After a period of time at Loma Linda Hospital and making necessary adjustments toward life, Fred has returned with his family to Linda Vista as a volunteer service worker. His living legacy to this developing school provides young people today with opportunities for an education that would not otherwise have been possible. Managers of the industry and school officials reported to Elder Moctezuma of the Inter-American Division that furniture sales total $8,000 a month, and 75 students are able to earn part of their school expenses. Another 20 students are employed at the bakery. Products are sold in the nearby public markets. The textile industry also holds great potential because of the ready market. It could provide work for many students. But at this time, there are no funds to buy equipment and provide capital for the inventory. The other industry where students work is the dairy. Adequate rainfall and moderate climate provide good pasture land the year round. Linda Vista is the only boarding academy for more than 250,000 members of South Mexico. Besides the regular secondary curriculum, several vocational courses are taught. 60% of the graduates go on to the Adventist University at Montemorelos. Another 20% attend other colleges and universities.
Un palacio tengo allá más lindo que el sol. Un palacio tengo allá más lindo que el sol. Un palacio tengo allá más lindo que el sol. En el mar.
These are theology students, young men training to become ministers.
La cuarta bestia que se le presenta a Daniel se le llama la bestia indescriptible. Allí la tenemos representada, teniendo
These
10
special
cuerdas.
students are enrolled on the
¿Qué
Linda
cuerdas
Vista
representan?
campus under an extension of the Theology Seminary of Montemorelos University. On Sabbath afternoons, they go out to the surrounding churches to preach and give Bible studies. When the school was first opened, there was not one Seventh-day Adventist in the area. Today, there are 40 churches and companies. One of the theology students is Tony. Tony has returned to Linda Vista to take courses in pastoral evangelism so he can become a worker in South Mexico. His story is one that demonstrates determination. As a young boy, school in his remote mountain village ended with the 3rd grade. His parents were poor. They had a large family, and one day they decided to send Tony to live with some relatives. The uncle lived near Linda Vista and often attended church. Tony went along and was captivated with the beautiful music. But one day, at age 13, he got word that his mother had died. Loneliness haunted him, and life became more difficult. During his teenage years, he worked hard and got what schooling he could. Then he applied for entrance to Linda Vista Academy. During his academy years, he began fulfilling his childhood dreams, singing in the choir and learning to play the piano, tuba, guitar, and accordion. For some time before his return to take advanced training, he had been working as a lay evangelist. These young people are a part of the Colporter Club. Imagine, of the 430 students at Linda Vista, 106 spent their last summer vacation selling books. They say it was not easy, and it was beyond the reach of many of them to earn a scholarship, but the experience was meaningful. Every student at Linda Vista is a pathfinder. Children in the early primary grades start out in the Adventure Club. As they progress and meet the requirements, they are awarded the Pathfinder Honors. It is a highly disciplined program, one which prepares them for leadership when they return to their home churches. Older students and staff, including Professor Aviles, are master guides and serve as leaders to the younger groups. The volcano that erupted in South Mexico in 1982 was only 20 miles from Linda Vista. The entire campus was covered with a thick layer of volcanic ash. Buildings required extensive repair, and some had to be abandoned. Through the years, the constituency of South Mexico has given loyal support to the development of this school. 2 years ago, the school administration initiated a program to raise funds for a new girls' dormitory. The great need at this time is for an adequate cafeteria. A part of the 13th Sabbath offering this quarter has been designated to fund construction of a new building for a dining hall and kitchen. 3 times a day, these ladies prepare meals for 430 students in facilities and under conditions with which few people could contend. This outstanding group of instructors at Linda Vista is looking to Sabbath School members around the world this quarter. Your support will assure them that as a church, Seventh-day Adventists are concerned for their young people. Your liberality will help provide an important need at Linda Vista. For the Inter-American Division from South Mexico, this is Mission Spotlight.